not let the tricks get in the way of the magic. Right? Let's not let the tricks get in the way of the magic. Right? Because they're an excuse, they're a vehicle idea. For me, everybody does magic for different reasons, and I'm not going to tell you what you should do with it, or why you should be doing it, or what motivations, or blah, blah. For me, I love connecting with people. I love having fun with people. And the magic is a great way to get people inside, to relax, to go to places emotionally that they would never dream that morning when they got up they would go.
I never ask people if they want to see a trick. I never do. They're not qualified to answer. They're not. They've seen Copperfield, maybe a clown, honk honk. They haven't seen a guy go up and do tricks off like the kind of tricks I'm going to do. So I don't ask. Comedy can be like a magic trick. When you say a witty line out of nowhere, that seems to be a click moment for everybody. When you just boom, it's just 3 words, blah blah blah, and it's a callback or it's about something. Or you heard somebody mention that his pet, it's great and you're performing and these two guys are talking, and then somebody says something about last night, I had 1 drink too many or whatever. And then, so you can do your magic and people go ooh and ah and ooh and ah. But at the end of your show you say, you guys have been great, particularly you two. I know you had a rough night last night. That's the best thing they'll hear all day. For the first 10 years of magic, I thought magic existed in my hands. I was convinced it existed just in my hands. This is what a lot of younger magicians think. If I could make it look like magic here, it would... Then I started thinking, no, magic only exists in the layperson's mind. That's the only place that magic occurs. Now I'm of the mind that it's my hands in their mind, and also magic exists in my mind and my belief in myself as magical.
Simple magic, simple effects, allows me to get in and out verbally. If it's an audience that's not responding, then what I'll do is I'll just do the tricks. Boom, boom, boom. If it's an audience that wants to have fun. We've all had an experience where you're performing for an audience. You owe in your first trick, and then the next thing you know, it's 25 minutes have gone by. Boom. That is magic. That's magic. That's a kind of time travel, a kind of suspending of your usual clocks and perceptions. If you have that experience, typically, so do they. That's a kind of magic. It's not about having confidence that you're going to be enough or that you're going to kill. No. It's about having confidence that sometimes you're going to rock, sometimes you're going to bomb, and if you bomb, you're going to be okay. There's something about a hard laugh that shakes up your focus. Laughter is great misdirection. It's amazing misdirection. But if what you're trying to do is walk away from a group of people and they feel that they've just seen a magician, not just a funny guy, you have to make sure that you have a chance to do some very powerful magic. So I try to make them laugh, and so do I want them to go, ha, 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 ha. The magician is serious. Everything I do is serious. I take myself very seriously. And so should you. I don't do magic or even illusions. I do miracles. Now, if that isn't a setup for comedy, I don't know what is. Right? And it's a tradition, and luckily it's a tradition is breaking down. More and more the cliche magician certainly is vanishing, I think, which is amazing. Because it's just so narrow and dead and non-interactive. But this is a great little thing you can do for children, especially if you've wrapped their heads in flash paper. It's really special. That's right. It's the old... To me, the key is to play down your magic, to act like you're not even trying. That way they think, what could he do if he tried? Real. What's the old expression? The audience's imagination can do more for your work than you ever could. When I first was doing magic, I would approach a group and I had my script down pat. But I realized after a while that each of the words were like a brick in a wall. It was separating me from the audience. It was protecting me. And let's face it, as performers, as magicians, most of us are pretty shy. That's why we use props to sometimes hide behind this kind of thing. And I still, essentially, believe it or not, quite a shy person. But I developed over doing stand-up comedy for about 10 years. I changed my relationship to my script so that I have key lines, like arrows in a quiver. I've got 4 or 5 key lines to every effect, and the rest we discover together. And don't worry about the false tears, okay? Bar, lots of places, you don't have to make a big labored thing of it like you're operating on a mouse's brain. You don't have to walk like that, okay? Do that at home, okay? You're like this. You can add sound if you want. You can go. It's scary, right?
performing is scary. It can be very scary for a lot of us in certain contexts. And we need to believe that we're safe. So we slap on these principles or this idea or this new trick. Okay. And you walk out there and you go, okay, now, and you dare to think that maybe you won't get too badly hurt. And that's partly what we're doing. So this is my approach. And you learn, and then eventually you realize, of course, and it's corny, you realize, you find it 10 years later, you're walking out, and in fact, this stuff's slowing you down, and you're fine, and there maybe was never any danger, I don't know. But this is just part of the process.
Every time I do this, or most of the time at least, when they open that card, they study it so closely, like a newfound religion. Thank you all very much. Remember, don't let the tricks get in the way of